All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that's on the mind of anyone with a website, SEO, or search engine optimization. And we're not going to mess around with random tips. We're going straight to the source, using Google's very own starter guide to see what really matters.
So you did it. You poured your heart and soul into building a great website. It looks amazing, it works perfectly. But here's the million-dollar question. It's out there. So what? Can anyone actually find it when they search? That's the whole ballgame right there. And that's exactly the problem SEO is meant to solve.
So what is SEO at its core? It's really just the process of making your site easier for search engines to understand and easier for people to find. Think of your website like a brand new physical store. SEO isn't some secret password. It's just, putting up a big, clear sign, making the window display look good, and most importantly, making sure the front door is unlocked so people can actually come in.
Okay, so let's start with that very first step. Before anyone can walk through that door, you have to get your new digital storefront on the map in the first place.
The first thing Google does in its own guide is get real with us. They say it right here. There are no secrets, no magic tricks that will automatically put you at #1. Sorry. This whole thing isn't about gaming the system. It's about following best practices to help search engines do their job.
So, if there are no tricks, what's the first real best practice? Well, you've got to make sure Google can even find you. In our little shop analogy, this is as simple as it gets. It's about unlocking the front door.
And hey, you can check this yourself in about 10 seconds. Just go to Google and type in site, then your website's address. If your pages pop up, great, Google knows you exist. If not, don't sweat it. We're about to talk about exactly how to help Google find you. So how does this whole thing work behind the scenes? Well, it's basically a 3-step dance. First, Google's little programs, these things called crawlers, are constantly exploring the web like little scouts. When they find your site, that's step 2, indexing. They analyze it and file it away in a gigantic digital library. And finally, when someone searches for something, that's step 3, serving. Google quickly looks through its library and serves up the best matches. Crawl, index, serve. That's the cycle.
Now, while those crawlers are pretty automatic, you can definitely give them a helping hand. Getting other websites to link to yours, that's like building new roads that lead directly to your store. Promoting your site on social media, that's like standing on the corner handing out flyers. And submitting a sitemap is literally like handing Google a detailed blueprint of your entire website.
Okay, so the door is unlocked, Google has the map. What now? Well, now we get to what Google says is the most important thing of all. What's actually inside your store. This is all about stocking your shelves with fantastic stuff that people are genuinely looking for.
Let's just pause on this for a second. This is a direct quote from Google. They're telling us that great content will likely influence your search presence more than any of the other suggestions. The message could not be clearer. Before you get lost in technical details, your #1 job is to create amazing, useful content. It is the absolute foundation.
So what does helpful actually mean to Google? Well, it's pretty much common sense. It means your content is easy to read. It's well organized, it's unique, you actually created it, it's fresh and up to date. And here's the big one. It's written for people, not for robots. You have to think about the actual words your audience is using. Are they searching for cheese board or are they looking for charcuterie? Anticipating that is key.
And even something as simple as your website address is part of that organization. Look at this example. A clear, descriptive URL works just like a sign in a grocery store aisle. The good one tells you and Google exactly what's on the page, a recipe for a cheese board. The bad one? It's just a random string of characters. Which one would you rather click on?
All right, your site is on the map, the shelves are stocked with great stuff. People are now seeing you in the search results. So the next challenge is getting them to actually click on your link instead of someone else's. This is all about creating that irresistible window display.
And when your site appears on that Google results page, you actually have a good amount of say in how it looks. There are 2 main parts you can work on to convince someone to click.
First, there's the title link. That's the big blue clickable headline. Think of it like the main sign hanging over your shop's door. It's got to be clear, it's got to be compelling, and it needs to accurately promise what the user is going to find on the page.
And then right below that title, you have the snippet. That's the little block of text that gives a preview. This is your window display. It's your chance to say, hey, in here you'll learn exactly what you're looking for, and it'll be quick and easy. You want to give them every reason to choose you.
All right, final section. Let's head into the manager's office. Because good SEO isn't a one-and-done job. It's about keeping an eye on things, making smart adjustments, and knowing what's working. And your single most important tool for this job is Google Search Console. It's totally free, and it's basically your business's daily performance report.
It tells you how you're doing in search, what search terms people are using to find you, and it'll even alert you if there are problems. It is absolutely essential.
Now, a huge part of being a good manager is knowing what not to waste your energy on. And Google helps us cut through a lot of old myths. For instance, stuffing your pages with keywords? Google considers that spam. That old meta keywords tag? They don't even use it anymore. Worried about a penalty for duplicate content? Google says it's not a penalty, it's just not very efficient. And that acronym you might hear, EEAT, it stands for Experience, Expertise, Authoritativeness, and Trust. But Google is clear it's not some secret ranking factor, it's a concept they use to help them understand what helpful people-first content looks like.
And one last really crucial thing to remember when you're in that manager's office. You have to be patient. Google says it themselves. When you make changes, it can take time to see the results, sometimes even several months. This is a marathon, not a 100-meter dash.
So, after all that, we land right back where we started. SEO isn't about some dark art or trying to trick a computer. It's about a simple, powerful truth. Right now, your audience is out there searching for something you have. The only question left is your site ready to be their answer? I hope this explainer helps you make sense of it all. Thanks for watching.